Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at how the AGL Goku Black unit does in the Cell Max event. Now, as always, full disclaimer for the Cell Max event is an event that is best taken on with units that have a high level of damage reduction, or have guard, or have high levels of evasion, and sometimes a combination of two of these. So they need to have guard and have high levels of evasion and high defense, or they need to have guard and damage reduction and maybe even a little bit of evasion. It's very, very tough. And for an AGL unit like our good friend Goku Black, it's especially tough. So straight away, it's not really an event that's meant to measure how good a unit is. It's an event that's designed essentially to be taken on with units with these type of conditions in mind. And for me, Goku Black is not a unit that I would ever consider as a first choice for the Cell Max event. Goku Black, and we'll go through his passive, just doesn't get to that stage for this event, but he can still be incredibly useful in things like Red Zone, especially with a couple dupes in them, and in SBR and ESBR. This is just not specifically a good event for him. However, if we take a look at his kit overall, he's a Future Saga lead of 130%. He raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to the enemy whilst sealing super attacks. He has attack and defense of 100% with an additional attack and defense of 25% with each attack received up to 100%. He has attacks effective against all types, starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle, and he gives Future Saga category allies Ki +3 and attack and defense of 40%. So it takes him in total 4 attacks to be fully built up, which isn't really that bad at all, and upon the 5th attack received, he will have attacks effective against all types. So right off the bat, he actually has, a pretty good passive. In terms of link set, he also has a pretty good link set. He's got Cold Judgment, he's got Prepared for Battle, he's got Big Bad Bosses. The only issue with him really is his typing. If this Goku Black, for example, was in type, then you'd be looking at him as a solid floating option for the Cell Max event. It's really just the AGL typing that gives him so many issues. Even a Rainbow Goku Black does cap out at over 400k defense, which is great for a lot of events. However, the problem is, Rainbow Goku Black has the unfortunate issue of the same thing as 55% Rainbow or 55% Goku Black, in that he's AGL type, and without evasion, damage reduction, or any kind of conditional guard, he's just unable to handle tech Cell Max. It doesn't matter if he's Rainbow or 55%, he's just going to take a lot of damage. But now that doesn't necessarily mean he's bad, it's just interesting to see him in this event. I will be trying him out in a Red Zone event as well, but it's always good to see what units are like and to get an idea of how they cope in these events. The nice thing about him, which I do appreciate, is that he doesn't take long to get up to speed. So even in events like this or in Red Zone, for a unit that can essentially gain his defense and his attack so quickly, there's no real risk of like him not being able to scale up fast enough. Comparatively, when we look at Goku Black to how maybe Goten and Gohan, the LR, or other units that maybe build up slightly slower, tend to build up, they can be caught out in the Cell Max event or in Red Zone, because when you take too long to build up, generally speaking, it's not great for you. However, the nice thing about Goku Black is that he does tend to build up pretty quickly. He doesn't really struggle too much. He can get to speed relatively quickly. He doesn't have like this huge way over time, and I think in general that bodes well for him. That ability to constantly be at your max or to get to your max quickly as a unit is always something that is appreciated, especially when it's a stacking unit. A unit that gains 5% attack and defense but has to take 35 attacks to get to the very top of their kind of passive arc isn't necessarily super useful. Sometimes they can take too much damage in the process of building up that they either delay the team, or they end up having to be kind of a poor unit for the event. So overall, it's something I would consider, and I do think you need to give Goku Black his credit for. He does not take long to build up, and he gets there super quickly, and all of a sudden he's in a very, very, very good place. So yeah, for me, I think, Goku Black's a good unit, just not for this event. You can see here 221,000 defense is pretty good. It's honestly good. There's nothing wrong with his defense. The issue is he's just taking on the strongest tech boss in the game. So yes, it's fun to see, and people will clown and say, oh, look how much damage he takes. It's really not that bad. Considering all the factors, it just is what it is. But I thought it'd be cool to see how well a 55% unit does in here. One day I'll have him rainbowed, and I'd love to see how well he does there. He will never be able to tank a super attack, but maybe, just maybe, a normal. But yeah, that's it from me. Bye.